Hello, my name is Tiffany. I wanted to talk to you today about accountability. I want to give a warning in advance. This is a trigger warning. A lot of people really struggle with accountability. That's something I notice within myself, within my family, friends, that a lot of people want to push, blame, and never take any responsibility for their role in things. So, like my first video, I'm kind of new to YouTube and the videos, and I'm learning all of this, so bear with me. I wrote my thoughts down, so I will be probably reading the vast majority of this to you today. Okay, accountability. This can be a very delicate conversation. Most people have a hard time seeing their role fully in negative situations. We become so comfortable with only seeing our own pain in every situation and from our own eyes. It can be difficult to accept how we in fact hurt others, and we may not even fully be aware that we hurt others, or how we may have been the source of their pain. It is easy to always point the finger, to always push our blame onto someone else, taking no responsibility for our own words or actions, not seeing how we did play a part in everything. Today, people are so accustomed to lashing out. We listen to reply. We see and hear only what we want. Where does the cycle end? Whose responsibility is it to break these chains? You'll have to excuse my dog. As hard as it is to hear, I believe the only way to begin to fix anything is to look at ourselves, broaden our viewpoint, and accept how we may have, in fact, made things harder for ourselves. Although it is not easy to fully take on that responsibility, it is necessary in the healing process. We have to step outside of ourselves to see where we could have handled things differently, even if it was merely a reaction. Every choice we make has a direct effect on not only ourselves, but those around us. I'm not saying any of this from a place of perfection. In fact, far from that. I share these statements, or my opinions, as a girl who has walked through hell and back. I've spent a long time on this healing journey and honestly want to help as many others as I can be free from depression, despair, and the never-ending negative thoughts that take over when we are caught in the crossfire of life. One writer, speaker, and therapist I found in the beginning of my journey was Dolores Cannon, which I highly recommend looking her name up. She has so many books and YouTube videos and really, truly makes sense in the way she explains things. It can also expand your mind to things that you may not have thought of before. She spoke of our soul's journey in this world and how we actually choose every part of our lives. I too, at first, thought this was just crazy to think that I would pick such horrible things for myself. But as she went on, something clicked in me. An understanding, if you will. Our souls know how strong we are. Our soul knows we can handle the challenges and learn the lessons we set out to learn from and conquer them. This understanding of picking challenges led to a shift in perspective, an easier way to forgive not only myself, but others. Even though it hurts to think of how we may have been the villain in someone's story, we all play a role intended to assist each other in learning the lessons that we chose to learn. Therefore, when it comes to accountability, a good shift in perspective is that taking on that responsibility or ownership of the role that you played, it shouldn't be a punishment. It isn't meant to make you feel horrible about yourself. It is simply stepping into the acknowledgement that you too played a role or a part. And whether it is or was conceived from a negative viewpoint doesn't matter. What matters in the healing process for self is owning that role, admitting to yourself you did participate. Because of that participation, it led to the present moment that you're in. I understand it can be a lot to take in. And indeed, it does take time to fully own our roles in every part that we played in everything, in every situation. It may require sitting in that energy of the situation with an open heart and a new understanding to heal those aspects of self, to truly look at the things that happened from another's point of view, from their eyes. No, not easy, but the freedom on the other side is worth the effort. I promise you it's worth the effort. Accepting the not so great parts of self leads to a deeper healing and a newfound light within. As before, I want to thank everyone who is making this effort for themselves. I want you to know that you are worth it and you are so very loved. I want to thank you for listening to me today. I love you and I believe in you. You can do this. You can heal those wounds. Until next time, I send you love, light, and happy healing. Bye, friends.